Hello and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Ivan, and in the last episode we set up the copper, the entire thing with the mining and the smelting and the training, and we found out we have issues up here. So I'm going to start this episode by going for a train ride. Then we're going to do something very interesting. We're going to change some of the stuff we made because, let's see, I'm going to explain this as I travel by train. Now I want to get here, I think. So in the previous episode I made this and I was very happy with this. And then I had a conversation with Catherine of Sky and now I'm not happy at all. So the reason is she simply asked me, why don't you use 6 chests instead of 4 each wagon? So that's what I'm going to do. So we conversed a bit about that, and I want the train stations to be slim. So I'm going to make a slim train station using 6 chests. And I have a couple of ideas. And let's see, let's stop this train for a sec. Good, exactly there, so we block off everything. That's perfect. And yeah, we talked about how to load a train station with with 6 chests, and what possibilities there are to change it up and to make it slimmer. So I haven't built this completely before, so there's going to be some trial and error, which I guess all my builds usually have, so I'm okay with that. Really, train? Wait, I didn't signal here. No. Okay, so this is done, this is done, this is done. I think it's fine now. Another slight error was this thing. So that's also something we fix right this moment. There we go. Not that it matters because we don't have the other products anyway. We have a tiny bit of plastic buffered here, but that's it. What else? I think plastic is definitely something we have to redo, but today I'm really eager to do this train station, and we're going to play around with a tiny bit of circuits. The magic of circuits. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go back down now. Empty cargo, good. But before we go, let's see, manual. I'm going to do a slight robbery because I was going to, there we go. Before we started, I was like, okay, for this we need to build some of the wires and things, and we ran out of green chips. So I just looted that. That was a bit cheaty. I could see the future because I knew we needed them. Oh, and one more thing. Manual, stop. Nice. We want to mine this one because that's been a big limitation to our system for a long time. We only have 3 parking spots, and they have been blocked. So the iron train have been blocked a few times, which blocks the system. So I think that's it. We might have some biter issues. I feel like the biters are like closing in on everything. I'm not going to fix this now, but this definitely need fixing at some point, but it isn't taking much damage. So I'm not panicking that hard. As long as my base isn't being torn down, that's fine. So here we go. Okay. So the philosophy behind this, let's see. We remove this part first. And this part. And this part. And this part, and we might also have to remove the lamps. So we add chests like that. So we're going to use 6 chests. Okay, this one can run while we do this. And what I should do, I guess, is funnel all of it to that location. Does it matter? I don't think it matters much. I'm going to anyway. Let's see. And I'm going to do it the spaghetti way. Because right now I don't care. Because this is one of those that's definitely temporary and not the permanent kind of temporary. So the thing is that this was one solution. Split each belt into 3 different grabbers, inserters, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to drag them like this. And that was something we talked about as well, because this is sourceable with circuits. And there are ways. Let's see. So let's make this as compact as possible. I think this one can not underground and come up here, but this one can. So is this long enough? Yeah. So if we do that, and let's say connect this one here, we need 2 slots here. And that's good. Then we go here, I guess, and here. So let's make it look like this. That's nice. So when a belt comes down here, this one will always get the most. Funny, as it's 60 in here and 3.2k here. But this one won't get a lot. But Catherine told me it's possible to do some sneaky stuff. So let's try that. We have a arithmetic combinator, and we need, this is too many, that's okay. And we need cables as well. So let's make a few red ones and a few green ones. And then let's connect using red ones first. So we connect all of the chests and feeds it into the combinator. Now what we're going to do, the concept here is to stop the inserters if the chest they are connected to. I'm going to connect the chests while talking. So we have one connected to each chest. Now I'm clicking Q between to release. So it's not all connected together. It's just these 2, these 2, these 2, and so on. So here we have all of these go in here. So what this one is going to do is it's going to divide the number by 6. So all of them combined divided by 6, that gives us the average. And one way to do it is using the copper plate. Oh, speaking of copper plates, yes, I know, the train stations. But instead of using copper plates, we're using the star, so it counts everything. And then we divide it by 6. And it outputs it as the average. So right now, I'm going to do a cable so we can see how it functions. Connecting it here. So it outputs 2.1k. That's the average. So that's 3.2 in 4 of them and almost nothing in the others. So this is 6.4, 12.8 divided by 6 is 2.1, which sounds exactly right. So that's good. We know it's working. I'm going to remove this again because I'm trying to make this clean. Now this one we need to do with the red cable again, because if we connect the green one here and down, it will connect to all the chests as well. So we're using a red cable on the output, and then we go all the way down. Now all of these will have will know the average. So what we do is we say enable disable if anything or everything. I don't think it matters between these two, but this one is false if there are no inputs, and this one is true. So I'm going to go with this one. But I don't think it matters. So if this one, if any materials, and the inserter is reading the chest here. So if it equals or is lower than the average, and the average is what we get from here. So the inserter is connected to both, as we can see here. So if the number of plates is lower than 2.1k, it will be on. So let's look at that now. Did we do this correctly? Let's try. Yeah, that one is on. Those are not on, which makes sense because they have a lot of product. And so that's the philosophy with this, and that's the reason I built this first now, is because I'm going to do copy paste and plop and plop. Good. We're also going to look at these and if lower than 4k, and this one as well. Yeah, so that was the mix up there. I knew that before I posted that. That's the reason for the previous episode's title. Anywho, so the magic thing about this is that it's so compact. So I need to make it one more time because I want to be able to have it mirrored. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to turn it like so. And then we're going to have one of these like so, and this one there. And we do need a couple more stack inserters. So let's find those in the building train, which is below us now. Now this part is only half the fun because I think when we do the rails, we can make this duplicate on the other side, and it won't take much space because it's only 6 spaces in total out from the station, which is not a lot. So let's see, how many do we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means if we move this one once, we can do it on both sides. Good. So here we need, let's see, we have all the reds here, but we haven't connected the combinator. Let's copy it like that. And we need reds for that one. So from, let's do this the correct way. So we read the chests and red, there we go. And we give it to the inserters. So these should be fine. This one should be fine. I believe everything is fine. So we go like this. Just need to make sure everything is as it should be. Let's see, I guess it's here. Oh, I hope there's no conflict here. Let's see. So if we go this far down, let's see, then this one goes here. This is where we have to kind of speculate a bit, but this is fine. And is this? Ah, it's more than fine. That's great. Let's move it one. So delete, cut, paste, cut, or copy, and there we go. Yeah, that looks so much better. We can save some space here as well then. There, copy this and put it there. Okay, so we also copy this part 1, 2, and 3. We're missing inserters and we're missing chests, and we're out of inserters, I believe, here. Yes. So we're going to send it back for a refill, and it will arrive back here by itself. So this one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes here. It would be very nice with a flip tool, so we can flip it over an axis instead of rotating. I don't think that's possible. And here I guess we can, yeah, just do the input, and down here we need power. Now, someone also told me, and that someone would also be Catherine Sky, that when she connects train stations like this, and all the train stations are off, then the train won't leave this location even if it runs out. So if you use 2 trains on this location, it might end up clogging the system. Even if this one is empty and a train here is full, it won't leave until it can fill up again. So what she does is connect this same logic, but connects it to the light. So the station is on, but the train ends up in this parking instead of blocking the copper output. Anyway, let's see if this is working now. So we have this whole shebang with a couple of extra things, and we don't have enough room. So I'm going to move this one, all of it, 2 tiles to the left. To the left, and let's see, to the left. Like Beyonce. No, I'm not going to move all of it, am I? Because if I move all of it, there's not going to be room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the functional part, which would be all the way up here, I think. Yeah, we're going to miss a couple of things. And then we add it here. So we remove this part. And let's see. And we need to add a couple of parts as well. That copy didn't work very well, so let's copy this part. Good. Now that's perfect. Now instead of having 4 of them loading, we have 12. So it's going to load really, really fast. Now we do have to tear down all of this, and that's going to be well, to quote Catherine Sky yet again, a pain in the socks. So I'm going to delete this, and then we're going to connect so the train can actually pick it up, and when it's gone we can do something about it. Oh, hello. Oh, we did the cut but not the, yeah, but not the paste. This is nice though, this is a lot cleaner, because we know what's going to be here anyway, so we don't actually need to have placed it. So there. Am I low on bots? No. Okay, so this train station is out of power. I feel like this isn't needed. I'm not sure. This is probably just to connect to the network, to the electricity network. Don't know. Let's see. So this was my genius plan, and this looks really nice, and I can't wait to have all belts filled with copper. Oh, and here we have the copper train arriving at that station. That is, if it's below, so we need it above. So isn't this one on either? No, but why? We have 19k. Why isn't you on? Why aren't you on above? Okay. We have to turn all of them because we did some copy shenanigans. So if you go here and then you go here, that will let the train loop. Let's see. Let's send you to a better temporary location. I guess. Let's send you here actually, because that doesn't conflict with anything. Like so. Good, and stay away from the tracks. We don't want any accidents happening. Let's see, 16k. Yeah, so this should be on as well. I don't know where the cover train is, but it will arrive soon. Okay, so now we can squiggly this thing back. Like so. I think we're going to do it like this. Oh, not there. Okay. And of course we don't have the building train, so we don't have any. Ah, that's good. It's going to load so fast now. Yeah, that's decent. And it's going to be twice as fast later. So, building train, where are you? You're down here. Ah, because it somehow lost the thing. I don't know. Come down here. Empty cargo. Maybe I left the ore on and it went all the way. So I'm going to slightly disable these for a while. It's not exactly 4K, then it's off. Let's see that it's off now. Why isn't it off? Let's see. I'm looking at it now. Equal. Oh, it was unequal. Jeez. Yeah. So unequal. If it's not exactly 4K, which won't happen. So this is going to be offline for a bit. This one is there. Going to be offline for a bit while we finish building. So this one will drain completely. And this one will always be on. So if copper is above 0, it will be on. And let's see. So I guess what we do is we move. I'm just going to use one train in the beginning. So let's copy this here. And then instead of, it's hard to build without the requisite materials. Let's see. We don't need all of this copper, but I guess the train does, so we might as well put it in the train, I guess. Let's see. There we go. That's going to be some uneven distribution, but that's fine. So here we go. This thing is going here. This thing is going here. This thing is going there, and this thing is going there. And this thing, yeah, it's gone. Okay, good. And this will be put in the chest. Okay, so now we have everything on one station, which is completely fine, because this will load so very fast. So we need, let's finish the build here now. We need modules. I was looking at the turrets and then I didn't remember that we had turrets here, but we don't really, so this is nice. And this is also such a nice blueprint to duplicate, because we had a discussion about that. The first thought is to do the average of copper and add this thing as copper plates. But if you use the each and the anything everything, then this thing is copyable everywhere. So as you see, these ones have around the same amount, because you know the first one fills, then it goes red until the other ones fills. Now it's green, and it gathers ones. It still picks from the whole belt. Oh, and this one is good as well. We can see it very clear, because these ones aren't full, but they are waiting for these two to get their fill, because and soon they are there. So if we stand here for a bit, we'll see the middle ones working, but I guess everyone knows it's working by now. And I feel like this is a very slim design as well. And there's also something about 8 belts next to each other. That looks very good. So I'm happy with this. This one is also something you can copy, just this part. And this is a really good blueprint, because it does everything and you can plop it down on any station. Almost. So that's nice. So that was the plan with that. I probably forgot something I was going to do now, but that's okay, because this, I felt like this was very important. And when we get to the end game, which we are now, we have everything we need to build everything we want. We might as well do the build as good as possible. And right now, I believe this is it. I really enjoyed that we had room for one underground, because if not, it would take one more tile and it would be bigger. And I don't think it's possible to shrink it more. Oh, maybe if we can't do any undergrounds like here, for instance, because we only have one gap, and we need to do an underground up and down again. So I don't see a way to shrink this more, which kind of makes me happy, because that means I have a blueprint now I can use. So anyway, that's the plan with that, and thank you very much to Catherine for the very productive discussion about averages and yellow stars, and the way she just, you know, subtly asked, why aren't you using 6 chests? So now that that's done, I'm going to activate this station. I don't want to. I want to empty this one first. And yeah, I want to empty that one first. So I'm just going to wait. But this is something we can do from space, I guess. Do we have... We don't have a roboport. I'm going to make this space activatable by placing a roboport, because I'm just going to tear down this. Or it's done. This was the last time, I think, because a wagon can... No, there's more in it. Okay, so it's going to go a few rounds in there. Good. Now we are also using all the miners, so we definitely need more input. Now this thing is not a very good output platform, so we need to look into that. But I think 6 chests out is quite easy to blend into both sides of a belt, so it's going to be fine. Okay, so do we have space science? We do. 7k. So let's do some science now. I think we should have loads and loads of copper in the base. Yeah, we do. Which means we are doing fine on the reds in the base, I believe, because we did have a couple of modules. That's good because we are really lagging behind on the modules. So maybe we need more production, but first of all we need more plastic. I think the plastic train is a struggle. This is plastic, right? Yes. So let's go do that. I think we have a tiny bit of time, and we might have time to do something with it at least. So let's go there until empty cargo. Let's go there until empty cargo and delete this one instead of the whole command. So there we go. I guess the next part in Fun with Circuits might be to build an automated building train. That might happen at some point. Oh, I should repair this while we're here. Nah, that's fine. Choo choo. It feels much safer to be in the train than hanging out on the tracks. So here we go. Let's do, is this the plastic station? I feel like this is the plastic station. So we go here, plastic pickup. Good. Now, do we want to, let's remove some of this crap. I'm not sure why we have that. Do we ever need this much plastic? I even said and didn't mean it, because of course we want to make this station even if we don't need it. So let's see if we can do that here. Plop. Yeah, it's that easy. Huh. So, at least, even if we don't have that much production, let's say scroll, looking for this. Even if we don't have that much production, we have enough. We have enough loading power at least. Okay, so we need more combinators, and those we don't have made. So let's make some. Now, is this, yeah, the trains are coming in here. Okay, that's good. And then loading, and then they go out there. This is fine. So what we need to do now is, I guess we turn the belt. Let's see, we don't have productivity, but we could do some speed shenanigans, right? Yeah, we could. So for the last one to hit, I guess we place it there, then something like this. We have, yeah, we do have enough speed modules. So let's do something similar below. And then we see what's happening. How many of these can we turn and still have a full belt? Many of them. So maybe we upgrade, let's see. Maybe we upgrade the inserters. Let's, oh, do we have that one in inventory now? Yeah. So let's bluify these. And let's get some Not modules, but beacons. Ah, it's far to run. Good. No, beacons. All of them. It's okay to have a full inventory now because it's going to empty out a tiny bit. Oh, actually, it's not that many. So, do we now have a full belt? Yes, we do. And that's how many? Full belt is 12. This is 16, so this is also a full belt plus plus. So if we do... we just bring this for now, and then we look into increasing it later. I guess we just doubled up our plastic production. And with some productivity modules, that's going to be even better. Let's see. Oh. And splitter. And there. So we need splitter and belts. Belt. Oh no. There, and splitters. Usually don't need that many splitters, but... And we need chests. And we need power. So here be chests, but we don't find power in the train. And I don't think we have fuel down here. We don't. There is room for it though, of course, with the station. That's good. So I guess we can... I was going to say I guess we can fuel with rocket fuel, but I'm not sure if I want to because I don't want to die. So I think I'm going to just bring a belt of fuel. And that would be here. Trains don't need that much fuel, so it's fine to do it like this. It's always fine to belt stuff, to be honest. That's it. Belts are such a nice way to move product in Satisfactory. Another game that's like this, but it's 3D. Their belts move stuff so fast, and trains cost a fair bit of electricity. Electricity isn't as easy to get in that game as in this one. So there it's nice, or it's more common I think, to have these like massive belts that reach all the way across the world almost, instead of using trains. That's it. There we go. Good. So our plastic station down here has 4 outputs. Okay. So let's find our poor little plastic train with too much work. Let's find it by clicking a station, because that's possible as well, right? Yes. Good. And then we remove a plastic to rocket and one of the pickups. So this one does red chip and base. Oh, but I think at the red chip we also have a platform for 4, don't we? We will, at least. We have the... I was about to say we have the technology, we just haven't put it there yet. So we're going to do... I lost my train of thought. There we go. So we don't go to that one anymore either. This one only goes to base. So now we need 2 more trains. We need 1 plastic train that goes to rocket. So we need more wagons, I believe. There we go. So this goes to the rocket. This one is supposed to be white. This one is plastic pickup 2. I don't like using number. Let's say east. Let's go with east because it won't be that many. And it's enabled. We have an enabled condition on this one. So let's remove that actually. Let's put it here. Let's see. No. No. Oh, it's the wait. What? Does it go to? Oh, it's only the 4 in the middle. Yeah, of course. So this is gone. This is gone. This is gone. And this is gone. Good. So station is always on. It's white. There we go. Then we go. What do you want? Why can't you pass? Because of this part. That's it. There. And there and there. Good. Oh. All the way to the east. Okay, so this is something we should fix before we have an accident. Anyway, let's continue. Let's finish this train now. We have stack inserters. A big lack of them. Let's go home and get more. So you are in plastic. Pick up east until full. Then you go to plastic to rocket. There we go. Empty. Good. And what we do now is we copy this, we remove all of this, and we add the train. Oh, before we do that, I'm going to do something sneaky. Let's see. We're going to because we're going to copy this anyway. Oh jeez, that's a struggle. Can we? Yeah, that's possible. Okay. Middle mouse locks the current stuff in. That's good. Then we, yeah, that works as well. Okay, good. So we go here, we remove all the components and we add the train. Create blueprint. So this is a new plastic train. And we connect it somewhere where we have room to actually connect the train. Here. Isn't that on rails, really? Or maybe we have to build the rails as well. I don't know. Okay, so let's do a sneaky. Let's do this. And 4 wagons. And we copy that. And we copy the wagon here. And then instead of plastic to rocket, we do plastic to red chip. Until empty cargo. Now this can't empty because we only have 2 out. So maybe we say empty cargo or 2 minutes. That's fine. Good. Now we need a tiny bit of fuel in it. does it fuel itself up here? No. I thought I saw some solid fuel. Yeah, it does. It does. But we need to fill it, of course, so we just go here. And now it turns back into parking. And this one, why didn't it? Oh no, it's waiting. Jeez, it's waiting for a train. So let's go to Rocket so you can pass and you can get in and things. That's good. So all in all, we did this great train station. I feel like I have my train station blueprint now. This blueprint is even better than the one down there because it doesn't have the circuits to the things. Good. It's so overkill with 8 belts out of 1. It's funny. Oh, and they work so fast, we need more coal. That's exciting. So while we wait for the building train, we're going to upgrade the coal line. It's still so scary to cross. Jeez. So here everything goes blue, goes blue. Good. This oh no, we missed one. There. Yeah, there should be 2 full red belts. And if 1 red belt was enough... No, it's not 2 full red belts, jeez. It's not twice as fast, but it's fine. It's going to be enough. Let's remove a couple of miners, like so. So let's cross again. And look for our building train. It's probably down here. No, it's not. It's always scary to lose the building train because, I don't know, it's not going to derail or anything. It's somewhere on the tracks, but, and it's exactly where we wanted it to be. Okay. So we needed these. And if we keep building these stations, I guess we need more than 3 stacks in. Oh, and we have even more productivity now. Nice. So, do we wait for full trains? Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Maybe, let's look at the plastic down here. Yeah, plastic is fine. Everything is fine except this place. So, I guess this is going to be the magical train because it's plastic for the red chips. Yeah. So that's where we're going to start in the next episode. We're going to join this train on a ride. I'm getting on right now. Because we're going to upgrade the station at the plastic. And maybe at some point we look into the unloading station as well. But this, for now, I feel is magic. And let's look at this one again. Yeah, yes. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, and this one still is copper, so I guess we leave it on for now. Copper isn't being used. Nothing's being used really because we have this lack of plastic over at what? Why is this one empty? Oh, it doesn't matter. Over at the red, and we also have productivity modules on our person now, and that's going to be nice over at the red as well. Let's start there and then do the different parts. Good. So we doubled up on plastic. We might have too much plastic going here actually because the base might not need all of it, but it most likely will. actually struggling on copper right now. Yeah, this smelting is really working. It's fun how... oh, this is going to be a huge area we can use for whatever we want to use it for later. That's nice. Yeah, so space science is doing fine. Other sciences aren't. Oh, they are actually. Good, good. It just takes a very long time. So I'm going to add some labs as well at some point, but I don't want to use the modules for that. Anyway, this has been amazing. We have, definitely have like a new blueprint now. We have a really fast copper train. We have some damaged turrets, and we doubled up on the plastic-ish. So that's nice. Even though it looks very thin, we did double up. And we can't really do more with our current petroleum anyway. Which I guess is a sign that we need more. We need more crude oil. Ah, oh, this is fun. Yeah, I keep talking and then I forget that I was going to end the episode, so I'm going to arrive with the plastic train here, and then I'm going to do oh, boop. That's some weird signaling. Why can't you go in here? I don't get it. This is green. So this should be green as well. It's going to the wrong station though. Copper to red chip. Oh no. Oh, I'm glad I noticed that. Plastic to red chip. Anti-cargo. Oh, I'm glad I noticed that. Good, good. So, this kind of thing. Yeah. And we go like this. Oh no, we're missing the power, not the actual. There. Okay. There we go. Now this can unload, and I'm not sure what we do with these because we don't need that much. So maybe we just buffer it up, and I'm going to send it into the network. Let's see. Yeah, because it doesn't reach all the way. So we need more. But to get more, we probably need more belts of greens as well. Yeah, we'll find it out. We'll find it out. But right now we have fixed our plastic issue temporarily, at least, and getting a whole bunch of red chips in return. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. Good, good. Okay, so we did that and some more. And the rest is going to have to wait for next time. You get so addicted to this game. It's so much fun. You just want to keep going. So, until next time then, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.